Welcome back, and we are back with Congressman Devin Nunes. And Congressman, before I get into Iran, and also I want to get your thoughts on China, let me ask you about your lawsuits against media. You have sued Twitter as well as McClatchy. Tell us about that.
Well, the Twitter one is important. We start the discovery process tomorrow, so we will be sending out a bunch of subpoenas and asking for information from all the folks that were involved in allowing Twitter to not only develop content, but also shadow ban me so your viewers and Americans couldn't see my tweets for a period of time. We don't even know how long. So I'm very worried about this for the next election, whether, I call the tech oligarchs, whether it's Twitter or Google or Facebook. It always seems like most of the time it's the conservatives that get kicked off, and you can't see our platforms, or you can't see us on their platforms, where the left, they get away with murder. And so that's the discovery process on Twitter starts tomorrow. And then, of course, we have more lawsuits that are on the way. And I hate to be having to do this, but it's really the only way that this problem can be fixed. Because if we don't, conservatives, I think, are going to be doomed in future elections because all of these tech companies are against us. And I think Republicans and conservatives across the country need to understand this, and they need to take action now. And the only remedy we have is the court. Are
you concerned that Twitter will try to influence the election in 2020 by doing whatever they can, like shadow banning, et cetera? And
Maria, they're already doing it.
Yeah.
They're already doing it. I mean, it's clear what they've done to me is ridiculous. What they continue to do to others. I mean, you see people getting kicked off of Twitter for nothing. You see the same thing happening at Facebook. You see, 90+% of all the searches go through Google. We know that Google's been actually blocking emails from going out. So, look, there's going to be a number of lawsuits.
Is that illegal? Is it illegal, Congressman?
Well, it depends on if you can prove it in court, right? So it takes people that are willing to step up and take these companies on, which I'm willing to do, not because I want to do it, but because it has to be done, because in the long run, we can't compete if social media is totally against the conservatives in the Republican Party.
Because they say they're not media companies. Do you want to see legislation that puts them under the umbrella of media companies?
Look, I think the courts, what we're saying is that Twitter and these companies, they're content developers. They claim to be, we're just an open public square. We treat everybody equally. Well, they don't treat everybody equally. It's not even close. And so what I want is I want my day in court to go before a judge and a jury to explain how it is that Twitter treats conservatives differently than the left.
Okay.
And maybe, perhaps, if they have to pay, and if we have to open up their books and we have to look at all their algorithms, maybe we can fix them. And if not, then maybe they have to be broken apart. I don't know what to do.
And I know you have a court date set for the end of August on this.
That's correct.
All right, let me switch gears real quick and ask you about Iran, because the president says he's going to put new sanctions on